Good day, everyone. Welcome to the system demonstration of the Software Development Request and Tracking System, or DevTrack, focusing on the requester's perspective. In today's session, I'll walk you through how requesters can use DevTrack to submit, monitor, and manage their software development requests efficiently. We'll cover the step-by-step process, from logging in and creating a request to tracking its status and receiving updates, ensuring that every request is properly documented and followed up within the system. Let's get started. To start, open your browser and go to myportal.lpu-batangas.edu.ph. You'll be directed to the LPU-B Digital Services dashboard homepage. Click on Login with your LPU account. Sign in using your LPU Batangas Office 365 account. After logging into the My Portal homepage, click on the DevTrack icon. You will be sent to the DevTrack, Software Development Request and Tracking Dashboard. The dashboard displays the list of personally submitted system development request forms. The list includes the system request form ID, system name, name of the target system, department, department of the requester, date filled, date when the requester has submitted their form, system request type, system requested by, name of the requester, department head approval status, assessor approval status, system admin approval status, MIS director approval status, VPIA approval status, SVP approval status, request approval percentage, and actions available. Now, let me walk you through the process of creating a request. Click Create System Development Request. The page will display a form for the user to complete. The form includes the type of request, system request type, and the name of the target system, system name, both of which are selected from drop-down menus. Additionally, the form requires the name of the user, requested by, name of their department, based on the current user, and the date filled, based on the current date. The form also includes fields for the description of the work output required, objectives, purpose/reason, and benefits, savings/advantages. Additionally, the form includes the mandatory file attachments, such as the approved budget, optional, proposed current business process or procedure manual or work instructions, required, portion edition of the minutes of the meeting or accreditation requirement or government mandatory requirements or audit findings, required, and the business canvas model, required. There are sample templates provided to guide requesters of the correct format for their file uploads. And lastly, the form contains the Privacy Impact Assessment, which outlines the various data that the target system will store, manage, and process. Users are required to select their chosen data gathering methodology from a drop-down menu. They must then add at least one entry to the personal data, sensitive personal information, or privileged information tables. Users may add an entry into any of the data categories by clicking on the Enlist Collected buttons. Upon clicking any of the Enlist Collected buttons, a pop-up will appear that will request for the necessary information. These typically includes the description of data, person responsible for data collection, retention period, and disposal method. The retention period and disposal method can be selected using their respective drop-down menus. However, if the exact option is not available, the user may manually enter the data by selecting the Others, Please Specify option. Once all required information has been provided, the user can click the Save button to register the data entry. The same applies for the privacy risk table. The user must first click on the Add Risk button for them to add a possible privacy risk entry. For each privacy risk entry, the user must provide various details, such as the possible threats or vulnerabilities, user or system controls, the impact of the privacy risk, and the probability of its occurrence. All required information can be selected from drop-down menus. If the exact option is not available, the user may manually enter the data by selecting the Others, Please Specify option. Once all necessary information has been provided, the user can click the Save button to register the privacy risk entry. After filling the form, click Submit My Request. Once you have confirmed the contents of your request, click OK. Reminder, after confirmation, an email will be sent to the respective department head of the user. After the submission is confirmed, the user will be redirected to the System Development Request Form (OWN) dashboard, which can also be accessed by clicking My System Development Request List in the side navigation bar. This dashboard displays a table containing all system development request forms submitted by the user. Now, let's go over how you can view your existing requests. Upon reaching the dashboard, the user can see all the system development request forms that they have created. Upon selecting a specific form, they may click the View button to explore its contents. The system development request form is currently awaiting approval from the respective department head. While the form is pending approval from any designated approver, the requester cannot modify any details within the request. The file attachments that were uploaded by the user can also be viewed by clicking on the Check Documents button. Within the pop-up, the user can view only the uploaded file attachments corresponding to the selected category. For ease of access, the top section displays the latest copy of the selected attachment category, while the bottom section shows the upload history for that category. To view the contents of a file, the user can click the View button. In addition to the mandatory file attachments, the user, requester, can also review the privacy impact assessment data provided. This section includes all applicable data collection categories, such as personal data, sensitive personal information, and privileged information. It also covers potential privacy risks that the system may encounter during and after the completion of the request form. Now, let's go through the steps to update an existing request in the system. There may be instances when approvers identify issues with the submitted system development request form. In such cases, they may return the form to the user for revisions based on their comments or remarks. This status is indicated by the request status showing as Open. The requester must then click View to open and edit the form. Inside the request form, the user may now update the description of work output required, objectives, purpose/reason, and benefits, savings/advantages. Moreover, when viewing the file attachments, the user can upload a newer version for the specific attachment category. After uploading the new file, they must click the Update and Upload Document button. After the user has revised the contents of the request form based on the comments or remarks provided by the approver, they may resubmit the form for approval by clicking on Update. If the user has confirmed that the request form contents are correct, the user must click the OK button to resubmit the request form. The request form can still be viewed in the My System Development Request list. Reminder, upon resubmission, the request form will once again undergo the approval process, starting with the department head and continuing through the designated list of approvers. Now, let's go over how to delete an existing request from the system. The user can only delete their listed request form if the request status is open and there are no approvals from the list of designated approvers. The user may delete their request form by clicking on the Delete button. Once the user has confirmed their decision to delete their request form, they must click on the OK button on the confirmation box to complete the deletion process. An additional feature of the system is the ability to save your system development request form as a draft, allowing you to continue and submit it at a later time. Similar to creating a system development request form, after filling out the form, click Save as Draft. Once you have confirmed the contents of your request, click OK. After the draft is saved, it will be redirected to the System Development Request Form own dashboard, which can also be accessed by clicking the My System Development Request list in the side navigation bar. The dashboard displays a table listing all system development request forms submitted by the user. If the user decides to revisit the draft for any updates, they can do so by clicking the View button. Upon revisiting the selected draft, the user may once again modify the details that they have previously entered during the creation of the System Development Request Form. After reviewing the contents and deciding to save their system development request form again, the user must click the Save My Draft button, then confirm by clicking the OK button in the confirmation box. However, if they choose to finally submit their system development request form for approval, they must click the Submit My Draft button and the succeeding OK button inside the confirmation box to officially submit their form. The request form can still be viewed inside the My System Development Request list. Reminder, upon submission, an email will be sent to the respective department head of the user requesting their approval. That concludes our demonstration of the Software Development Request and Tracking System requester process. As we've seen, DevTrack provides a simple and efficient way to create, track, update, and manage software development requests, while also offering convenient features like saving drafts for later completion. This ensures better communication with the development team, improved transparency, and a smoother request management experience. If you have any questions or need assistance in using DevTrack, please feel free to reach out to our support team. Thank you for your time, and we hope you'll find DevTrack helpful in managing your future requests.